yesterday. We spoke with a councillor from Pohutukawa. They decided, the council there, to stop mowing the berms in their region to save themselves close to $250,000 and keep rates down. They're still facing a rate hike of just under 17%. So I spoke with Sam, golly, can't remember his last name, Sam Jennings, thank you. And I said, look, it's a good move. But, of course, not everyone was happy, you know, when you've had your berms mowed. Auckland Council stopped mowing in Auckland for, well over a decade, 2013, saving $15 million. So, you know, good chat on berms and what to do with them. Why can't we plant them out then? Why can't we put in, you know, veggies, fruit, grow something beautiful on the berms? Well, no, that's not allowed. Well, now we're off to New Plymouth. And actually, this lovely lady I'm about to speak to, her dad is a councillor in New Plymouth. So what's going on? Alana Brough is her name, and she joins me. Hello, Alana.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Who would have thought berms, eh? Berms. Crazy.
Who would have thought they would get this much attraction?
Who would have thought? Yours is a little different, though, from the conversation yesterday I had about Pohutukawa, because yours also involves a massive Pohutukawa outside your house. So can you run us through the last couple of, because it's been a couple of years, isn't it?
Yeah, so I called them about 2 years ago to have this tree pruned, just because it's in the power lines and hanging over my property.
Yeah.
And basically they told me that they didn't plant it, so it's not their asset, even though it's on their land.
I love they call it an asset.
Oh, yeah, all trees are assets, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they said that I feel free to cut it down, prune it however I like, but they wouldn't be paying any part of it.
Right. So did you look into it? Did you go, all right, well, maybe I will get it trimmed?
It did. And because it's under a main power line, it was above $10,000 just to have it trimmed.
What?
And being under a power line, we couldn't do it ourselves. It has to be to a contracted, council contracted department.
Sure. 10K though, Alana. Someone's taking the mickey.
It's a lot.
Okay, so then you decided, right, this tree's here to stay for now. What did you then do You've got a 300 square metre berm. You thought, well, I'm not going to mow it. What did you do?
Well, I sprayed it out with Roundup to start with. just making a little point.
Sure.
And it actually stayed like that for almost 2 years. The council did not come back to me saying, where's the grass gone? Why is it just weeds? And about 3 weeks ago, I thought, maybe I should probably do something with this. It is not very appealing to the eye now.
Yeah.
And so I planted out 4 dwarf fruit trees. And then under that, the wildflowers, some lettuces and some spinach. Thinking, this is great. It'd be great for the environment. Council's already told me that they won't maintain other assets, so why can't I use the land to plant more assets? Nice.
And you put in like wildflowers, thyme, lavender, your dwarf fruit trees. It would have come up really nicely. But that, Alana, after ignoring you for a couple of years, that got the council's attention, didn't it?
Within 6 working days, I had a letter in the mail.
And what? I bet you it wasn't a love letter. What did they say?
Basically, that if I don't remove the trees within, I think it was 10 working days, that I'll get a $1,000 fine and $50 every day thereafter until I remove them.
Oh, for goodness sake.
And then I had to reinstate it back into grass.
Or back into dirt, as it was. So, so where are you at now? What have you done?
I have taken out the trees. I thought it was probably a bit of a costly adventure not to.
Yeah.
And I'm heading to the council for a deputation to hopefully get their policies changed.
Good on you. Yeah. What do you want to change though? What's the end goal? What would you like?
Well, basically they expect us to maintain this area and why do we have to keep it as grass? We're going for a zero waste by 2040, 2050.
Yeah.
So we're cutting grass. Where does it go? We don't get any rubbish bins for our rates to dispose the grass clippings in.
Yeah.
Why should it be grass?
Do you, I don't know if anywhere in New Zealand though, Alana, people are allowed to just kind of grow flowers or veggie or whatever on their berms. I'm not sure.
Well, I believe that they can't, but there's just been an article released in Perth where all of Perth councils have just got on board with planting out the berm sides in gardens. So it's really good for bees and everything, because you can plant native trees over there, get a bit of biodiversity going.
That's a great
brings all the neighbours together.